Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back. I am Van, and we are all the LFR family. Thank you so much for pulling up and clicking the play button. Hopefully, you hit that like button as well. We're trying to get 1,000 likes on YouTube, 1,000 likes on X, a million likes on Kick and Twitch, a bazillion likes all over the internet, TikTok likes, everywhere likes, Snapchat likes. We want likes, we want follows, and we want retweets. That's what LFR family means, by the way. LFR, likes, follows, and retweets. That's when I came up with it when Twitter was tweeting. Now, what do you call it when you post a note on X? Is it still tweeting? Maybe, maybe not. I think a lot of people still consider it as tweeting. But do me a favor, hit that like button. First, giving honor to God, who is the pioneer and perfecter of my life. I want to say thank you, Lord, for you all. Thank you for you all. Thank you for your hearts. Thank you for your minds. Thank you for your participation. Thank you for caring about one another. And I pray that you and your family members are good. Please let me know where you're watching this morning, what state, what country you're watching this, what city. If you're watching at work, at home, in the car, you're listening to it on the way to work, or you're just driving, chilling, or if you're watching on a big screen TV and your dogs and your kids are beside you and your cats and your birds and your chickens, y'all let me know that. Shout out to all of you guys, man. Critical Thinking Triad was the first person in the building today. What's going on, brother? That's one of my members on YouTube. Make sure y'all follow a brother, man. Let me go ahead and share this on X right quick. Hold on one second. I always do this. I got to do it again. Where are my people? Pull up. Okay. We got a lot to discuss here today. There's been a shooting. Nick Fuentes got some things off his chest about blacks, per usual. Ain't nothing new about that. Nick Fuentes loved to talk about black people. And this is not the very first video where he does that at all. When you go and if you go and do a search on X and you say, I was looking for the story, right? Because somebody, MJ, last night in our group call, shout out to MJ at WTF, for real. We was rapping, right? And he was like, he's going to cover the story of Nick Fuentes, the same story that the Cartier family covered. Shout out to the Cartier family. I never met them young men, man. I like to shake their hand. They're doing an amazing job. Shout out to them. But they covered a story where Nick Fuentes was talking about black people in America. And I was like, oh, here go Nick again. Like, this ain't new. Nick Fuentes loved talking about black people. I'm not even shocked at all. As a matter of fact, I've never been a fan of Nick. I've never heard anything that I really cared to listen to or share or any of that. As a matter of fact, I thought that he was an all-out racist. I thought he was anti-Semitic. I thought he was many things. I don't know the brother at all. I don't know him at all. And I want y'all to realize this too. I'm coming off the plantation of Democrats. I'm coming off the Democratic plantation. My algorithm is still half and half. I do that on purpose because I like to, I don't know. I like to consider both sides, but I am way leaning to the right, brother. Way leaning to the right because these people are nuts on the left. We about to get to it in a second. I'm going to let some people pull up and y'all let me know whatever y'all want me to know in the comments. Let me cut these bad boys on over here. Put it on the screen. Yeah. We got Texas in the building. On your phone, at home. God is great. God is good all the time, and all the time God is good. Good morning, LFR family. Great to see you. What's going on, Renee? Shout out to Renee. I pray Oliver is doing all right. Let me see here. Rocky Trump says, my thing is blacks are fantastic. It's this ghetto culture that's outrageously rotten. You're absolutely right. The ghetto culture transcends to other races. It's not only with the blacks. And that's one thing that I've noticed a long time ago. Here's the thing, guys. And we're going to have a good conversation. I'm about to get to the stories. I'm not going to rush it. You know what I mean? I'm not going to rush it. I do want to be done by 11:30. So I am going to make sure that when we start, we start. All right. We're also going to discuss Trump. Man, Trump is doing some big things. Trump is doing some big things. How come whenever I'm inside of Home Depot, at the gas station, inside of stores, at my family house, in my own damn house, or I'm on the phone talking to a friend or doing business with somebody, they always want to bring up how Trump is he's mean, he's racist, he's doing bad things, he's effing up the government, he's effing up my pockets, he's making it more difficult for everybody, he's trying to get all the blacks out of the country, and he don't care about us. And they automatically think that I am with that, like I am an agreement. Like I'm not. I wouldn't have voted for him if I was. And as a matter of fact, before I voted for him, I let people know on my platform that I will be holding him accountable throughout his administration. And guess what he's been showing me so far? This dude has been showing me that he knows what the hell he's doing. Shocker. I am shocked that Trump knows what he's doing and running the country. I am totally shocked. This dude has ran so many businesses, it's crazy. And they've all been successful. So come on, miss me with that. So management is nothing to him. It's nothing. Delegation and picking out the right people is nothing to him. People falling short of their duties that he picked out and him firing them and moving on to somebody better who can get the job done without apology. It's nothing to him. This is what he does. So I don't know why, just because I'm black, that people just automatically assume that I'm anti-Trump. Like I'm on the Biden train. I'm on the Kamala train. I'm on the, I hate America now that we got a racist criminal in the White House. Come on, bro. Come on. They always locking us up, but they gonna put a criminal inside the White House. You know why, right? Because if if the president looked like this, they wouldn't be taking that. But since he looked like this, come on, man, miss me with all that. But yeah, we about to have a great time, man. Scott, love your channel. People can say what they want about Nick Fuentes, but he is on point. Well, we about to discuss that. We are about to discuss that. I've never talked about Nick on this channel before. All right? At all. Oh, yeah, we about to have a good time. Yeah, baby. And please do not hush the haters. If any haters pull up, any troll stars pull up, unless they say something extremely disrespectful. I mean, I'm talking about over the top rude that can be flagged by YouTube. If they don't say anything over the top rude that can be flagged by YouTube, let them do what they do. Let them say what they want to say, man. As a matter of fact, bring it to my attention that they said it, and we will move accordingly. I don't mind addressing people who have opposing opinions or thoughts than mine. I don't care about that. And I don't care about people being racist, man. Like, you can be racist all you want. That's something that you got to deal with yourself. Like that right there, that's something you need therapy with, man. If you want to come here and just start saying that people are monkeys and talking about black this and black that, even if you're black and you're talking about white this and white that and calling names and trying to be negative, bro, like I will address that. I don't care. I don't mind addressing it at all. But before I address that, I want to address my people. What's going on, Nanny's Take on the World and B? Shout out to them. Made my heart smile yesterday, man. They are linking up. Let me tell you something. They are traveling the world, seeing each other, hanging out with one another. And that's another thing. If you're a content creator, just know this. When you do your videos, it's not all about you. Sometimes what you're doing is you're a host and you're bringing people together from all over the world, and they are friends. And if they aren't friends yet, they're going to become friends. They're joining forces. They're praying for one another. They care about one another's families. Like they want to make sure each other are okay. That's the real world we're in. The real world we're in, fellow man actually care about one another. And that's what I'm talking about. Before, please answer the poll that I have in this live stream. And before you answer the poll, in order to answer the poll, please hit the like button on the live stream. That'd be dope. All right. And if you repost my videos on X, I will follow you back if you're already following me. That's just something that I do because I don't, it's having this many subscribers and being active on so many social media platforms. I get so many notifications. It's nuts. Absolutely nuts. I'm grateful for it. Thank you, Lord. I'm grateful. You know what I mean? I don't want that taken away. But yeah. So shout out to all of you guys, Critical Thinking Triad, Renee, Jared Dupree, what's up, brother? JJ, what's going on? Sugar Shane, what up? Let me see who else is here. Yeah, man, we got some good people up in here, man. For real. Charlie 740. Somebody sent me an email about you, bro. They was like, it wasn't Charlie 740 that suggested that you do a reaction to this song that you mentioned on your live stream. And yeah, they were correct. It was not Charlie 740. What's going on, Castle the Mad? Angel R, what's up? Wayne Clark. These are all my people, man. Trisha Spates. Yeah. Let me see. Sandra Mullins. What's going on, Sandra? Yep. Yeah, we got some good people up here. Crystal Page is from Lake Charles, Louisiana. What's going on? Thank you for pulling up. Appreciate you. Diego, what's going on, brother? Angie on the Gulf is in Panama City Beach. Sheesh. Okay. I see you. Nobody likes a bragger. I'm just going to let you know that right now. Nobody likes a bragger. Angie on the Gulf. Nobody likes a bragger. Angie on the Gulf. All right, guys, let's go and jump into it. Let's go and get into it. Let's do it. All right, our first story we're talking about today is Nick Fuentes. Yeah, but first, let me play this panel that he was on where he was talking to a bunch of people of different colors, and I want y'all to hear what he has to say, and I want y'all to see what they do when he starts speaking. Hit that like button, guys. Share this video and answer the poll that I have up. And also let me know one thing that you are grateful for inside of the chat. One thing that you are grateful for. It can be the roof over your head. It could be the fact that you're walking and you're talking today. It's the fact that your children are doing fine. Your spouse is doing fine. Your dog is okay. I don't care what it is. Give me one thing that you're grateful for, and not grateful for you're grateful for life. I like that. Intelligent Observer. What's going on, my brother? Shout out to Intelligent Observer. What's going on, man? This dude is one of the best content creators on YouTube right now. I'm so serious. If you go look at his channel, you're going to see his editing is on point. His commentary is on point. The dude is on fire. Callie J from Sacramento. What's going on? Yeah, shout out to you. Victory in you. Victory is mine. Republicans shut down Congress early so they didn't have to vote on the Epstein disclosure. Then immediately went to Israel to kiss that gross Roman wall and show their real balls. They are loyal to the game. Shout out to my leftist that's up in the building. Now, I don't know a whole lot about this, man. I don't know why we kiss Israel's booty so much. Like, I don't get it, but I appreciate you letting us know that, and I appreciate you pulling up with the fire off top. She letting y'all know that Republicans need to go ahead and stop BSing. If y'all really want the truth out there, then stop trying to protect these people in Israel kissing their gross Roman wall. Yeah. Victory in you has something to say. Thank you, Victory. All right, let's go, guys. Hit that like button. Hit that like button and hit that like button.
The N word, which like children, we have to, like the F word, I said the S word. We still have to say the N word. And I think this speaks to the level of the whole country, as we all know, is walking around on eggshells not to offend the black people. We all know you can offend white people, Hispanics, you can offend Asians, you can heap discrimination and racism on Arabs, Muslims, even Jews on some level. But we all know black people, careful what you say, or else you'll be canceled. If you're not in good standing, if you don't have the stamp of approval, you'll get shouted down. And I think it's totally ridiculous. So I totally oppose it. I think that, look, it's a word, sticks and stones, break my bones, etc. People get called retard. People get called all kinds of other things. People can say things that are even meaner, that are more personal. But for some reason, blacks are this protected class. You can't say their special word. I think it's total joke. I think that if whites and blacks want to live together in harmony, there has to be a real mutual basis of equality. Nobody's ever said that there's things off limits you could say about white people. Jamie Foxx can go on SNL and say, I play Django. I get to kill a lot of white people, which is pretty awesome. You talk about killing white people on TV. That's fine. You utter the syllables of a slur. Suddenly you're a racist, like Michael, or what's his name? Kramer from Seinfeld. It's totally insane. It's got to go. And by the way, that's for the benefit, I think, of both people. All
right. So first of all, he's not wrong. He's not wrong so far. He's not wrong so far, man. We get a pass. We get to say cracker. We get to say peckerwood. We get to talk about the chinks, and we get to make all of our Chinese jokes that we possibly want. We get to go out of our way to call every Asian we see Chinese, and they can be Vietnamese, they could be Japanese. They could be they could be Korean, and we go out of our way to call them Chinese. They could be Thai. They could be anything. We talk about, let me tell you something about blacks. We say what we want. We do what we want. We move how we want. We dress how we want. We dance how we want. We don't have any rules at all. Bruh, he's not lying. He's not lying. When he is lying, trust me, I'm going to call this brother out. But what he just now said is the truth. Now, is there a little bit of, is a deeper conversation to be had about this? Absolutely. 1000% there's always a deeper conversation to be had. Always. Like everything, nothing is just black and white. We're grown. We're adults. We know that there's a whole lot of nuance in these things. It's a little deeper. We need to have these deeper conversations. Only reason why we can't, though, is because nobody approached these conversations objectively. No one approaches these conversations objectively. No one. As soon as you touch something that's sensitive to them in their household, they're automatically defensive. They're not thinking properly. They're not thinking altogether. It's no longer about a fair conversation. Damn that. They just want to talk about how you offended them. And that's it. But what he just now said is the truth. So, but I want to tell y'all something, though. If Don Lemon came out and he said something that was completely the truth, I'm talking about just all across the board, made sense, you all wouldn't share it. You all wouldn't talk about it. Why? Because y'all don't like him. Y'all already know what he stands for. You know what he represents. So you would not listen to him objectively most times. You'd be like, nah, he's trying something. What is he trying to do? Because he's always pushing a certain agenda. He's always pushing a certain bit of propaganda. And I don't want to listen to this guy. And that's how people who we don't agree with do not end up in our algorithm. We train our algorithm to send us the information that we're receiving on the internet. Everything that we see on TikTok, on X, on YouTube, every time we get a suggestion for a video, is because we clicked that artist or that content creator before. We clicked something similar to them that made that style of content come to our algorithm, just be placed in front of our faces so we can click it again, because we create our algorithm now. All right. So let's just keep that a buck. So if you're not seeing anything that's on the opposing end of your argument or what you believe about race relations in this country, is because you go out of your way not to click anything that's going to make you question what you already think about racism in this country, about anything that we're talking about right now. All right. So this was a panel. We saw he was talking about the N-word, is talking about how unbalanced things are. And this is why Nick Fuentes does a lot of videos about the blacks. So then he went on to do this one right here. This is the video that WTF for real was telling me that that Cartier family was talking about. And shout out again to the Cartier family. So what we're going to do is we're going to listen to this joint. And I'm going to be extremely honest. And some of you may not like me after this conversation, but guess what? That has been happening the entire time I've been on YouTube. I do not care about losing people simply because they don't agree with me. Those people are people. I'm not going to call you a name. I'm not going to say you're sensitive. I'm not going to say you're ignorant. You're a person. Nobody wants to, I get it. And that's another reason why we train our algorithm to only be pleasing to our eyes and ears. I get that. But we need to grow the hell up and expand a little bit and listen to what people are saying on all sides. You know what I mean? Unlike people like Jasmine Crockett. Jasmine Crockett gets on a panel and she says, the United States of America is racist. And this is why. Because the United States of America are kicking out a whole bunch of people who are black and brown. Why? If they weren't racist, why are they kicking out black and brown people? Well, what she's not sharing is that 85% of the world are black and brown people. 85% of the people that come into the United States are black and brown people from other countries. They're black and brown. And these people who are illegal immigrants or their visas are no longer valid, they are black and brown, most of them. All right. So that's something that she don't care to pass along, because then that sullies her argument and makes her look a little bit more intelligent than she actually is. So she's not going to give you context. Usually people don't like to give context if they believe that you'll start thinking for yourself. I need you to think the way I want you to think. Believe what I tell you, and that's it. Don't do any research. If anybody try to tell you anything opposite of what I'm saying, clearly they're the opposition. Clearly they are enemies of ours, not just mine, but ours. And that's the mess that we're dealing with. They don't want you to do your own research. They want to put out information that's one-sided, without context. And they know the truth. And that's the part that's disingenuous, because they know the truth. They just choose not to give us the truth. All right, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and move into this, and I'm going to answer all the super chats in a minute. And also Louis B. Fishing. Happy birthday, big dog. Let's go. Nick Fuentes, brother, I'm not a fan of yours. I've heard some things about you. So see, this is me. This is what we do, right? I'm not a fan of yours. I've heard some things about you, and I'm giving you a chance. So let's get it.
It's a shame. I really do believe, look, I think black people are not irredeemable, but there just needs to be brutal honesty. It's like, look, these black people are really struggling and they're turning into these maniacs. It seems like they don't do anything right. They're obnoxious, they're rude, they're inconsiderate, aggressive, cruel. And, you know, look, nobody hates black people for being black. If there are people like that, I think that's exceedingly rare. And I don't consider myself one of them. The reason that people have negative attitudes about black people is because most people's interactions with black people are negative. Most people's interactions with black people is when you're stuck in traffic and you see a Nissan Altima speeding down the shoulder. And you say, what the fuck? You're not supposed to do that.
All right, so let me pause that right there. Most people's interactions with black people are negative. Okay, what he should have said was, most white people who are in my circle, reactions with black people are negative. Because just like anything, like if you ask me, Van, are most of your reactions with black people negative? What do you think my answer will be? Somebody, anybody, everybody, scream the answer, please. Anybody. Someone on my left, my right, it don't matter. If you ask me that question, what do you think my answer will be? As a black man that grew up around nothing but black people in Maryland, D.C., and Virginia, what do you think my answer will be about black people? Van, Do you think most black people that you grew up around are negative? What do you think my answer would be? So that's the part right there that we need to consider. All right. We need to consider that part. Is he wrong though about some people experiencing a whole bunch of negative bull sugar honey iced tea with black people? You're absolutely right. But here's the thing that separates that. No, I'm gonna let him talk first. Let me go ahead and finish. I'm gonna let him talk. All right, let's continue.
Supposed to do that. If everybody did that, it would just be another lane, and not everybody can do that. But it's like these people have no respect for decorum. They think the rules don't apply to them. They have no respect for society.
He's not lying. He ain't lying. Okay. All right. He ain't lying. That right there. Van, most of the black people do they have any respect for decorum? Nah. Hey, Van, do most black people have respect for society and the country? Nah. Hey, Van, do most of the black people respect the American flag? Okay. All right. Let's go.
Like that's their interaction is they are a waiter and they wait on a black table and the black people don't tip and they're fucking rude. Like that's most people's interactions. It's stuff like that. They go to the DMV and they see a black person behind the counter and they say, oh, here we go. And the person's rude. Now, it just goes to show people are not racist. It goes to show people don't like people that are rude. That people don't, it's unpleasant. People want to be treated with consideration and respect. And it is true that black people are, in this day and age, unfortunately, seem to have very low moral character. It's not even just the violence, although the violence is pretty striking. If you live your life and you know that you're going to be mugged by black people, it kind of colors your opinion or perception of black people, wouldn't you say? If 99% of the carjackings and stabbings and shootings that you see in Chicago are by black people, when you're walking down the street late at night, guess what you're looking for? Black people.
All right, so first of all, I want to say this, guys. Pains me to have to actually agree to any of this. Just be honest with you. It pains me to have to agree to any of this. But, all right, so it's not that you're looking out for black people. It's what Chris Rock says. You're looking out for niggas. You're looking out for the people who are trying to be they're looking for victims. So I don't know. He's making a lot of points, man. He's making a lot of points. Listen, I know I got some people that's like, man. Okay, let me continue. I apologize, man. Let's go.
And you equate that with danger. And it doesn't take a lot of them to spoil the whole bunch like that. And we just want black people to take accountability and say, look, I'm not a bad person. I'm not a bad person. It just seems that every time I encounter you people, for the most part, it's negative. And sometimes extremely negative, like I could get a gun in my face.
I'm going to let y'all know something. Nick Fuentes, it's unfortunate, but Nick Fuentes he's a scary human being. It's coming off to me like he never surrounds himself with mixed groups of individuals. I don't believe he's ever gone to a black affair, a black event, a club, restaurant, or bowling alley with most black people. I don't think so. What I want y'all to stop doing is allowing the internet to shape the way that you think about anything. Please stop that. Please stop that. They sensationalize the negative so that you can form your opinion, because negative news and negative information spreads faster than positive. So he's not coming from a middle of the ground type of space. He's not. I don't think he's, you know how when people say you're not qualified to have an opinion on certain things, I think he's qualified to have an opinion, but lacking any type of experience, it removes his qualifications a bit. Like, because if I were to answer those same questions that he's bringing up about being around a whole bunch of black people, bro, feel fearful around a bunch of black people. That's just not what happens. I don't. Me and my wife, we go many different places, and we good, we cool, and we having a good time. As a matter of fact, we just now went to my friend's cookout. And how I grew up, most of my friends went to jail. A couple of them passed away a little too soon, a lot too soon. I even sung at a couple of their funerals as a teenager and young adult. And at the cookout, my wife was like, and she was just joking, but she was like, wow, it was great meeting all your friends from your childhood. But this right here was kind of different. I was like, what was different about it? She said, everybody there been shot at somebody before, or been shot, been arrested, or unalived somebody before. I've never been around something like that. I'm like, what? For real? So it's certain places and certain groups of people that will bring on that type of energy. And when you try to group everybody, like, I have an issue with this so far. I'm just going to let you know that. I'm not offended at all. But I believe that he's talking about the difference between black people and N-words, okay? The people who want to ruin somebody else's evening. Because the great majority of us are just like Nick Fuentes and his family, just like Nick Fuentes and his friends, just like you all that are watching this right here. Most of us want to go out with our family, have a good time, and then come back home unscathed. We don't want anything to happen to us. We don't want to lose our property. We don't want to be robbed. We don't want to get into an argument. We don't want to argue with one another. It's like, let's just have a good time. Like, all the pettiness, all the bickering, all of that. Nah, none of that. None of that. That's why when I'm in the Costco line and I hear people talking trash about Trump, I don't want to be the only person in the Costco line that everyone hates. So I won't say anything. I would just shake my head or something like that. And then when they look at me in my eyes, hoping that I will say something bad, I'll be like, I know that's right. Just so they can move on. Like, that's me being a sucker, but that's actually me trying to maintain the peace. So some of what he's saying is absolutely true. Let's continue, man. Let's continue.
And sometimes extremely negative, like I could get a gun in my face. You know, that's a problem. And people go, well, you are just loaded up with hatred and racism. It's like, I'm really not. I'm a really friendly person. I'm a really polite, friendly person. I give everybody a chance. But if I'm someplace and I see some black person walking in with their pants sagging and they can't articulate what their problem is or what they need, and they're rude and they're aggressive, and I'm in fear for my life, like, yeah, I have a problem with all of that. And people go, and these black people go, well, you're racist, you're racist. It's like, no, I just hate inconsiderate behavior.
No, Nick Fuentes, you are racist, sir. Anybody that says Nick Fuentes is not racist, you're lying. Even I'm a little bit of racist. I'm like a teaspoon racist. Tablespoon. The tablespoon is a little bit more than a teaspoon. I'm about a tablespoon. Tablespoon racist. I think we all are. I think society has shaped us that way. I think our forefathers may have something to do with it. Our ancestors may have something to do with it. We're nowhere near as much as they was. Progression is crazy. We've come a long way. I have a whole bunch of white friends and black friends and Asian, and I have friends from all over the world right now who are of many different races. But Nick Fuentes is absolutely racist. Absolutely 1000% racist. And if anybody said 90% of the time I run into negativity with black people, that's a lie. I never said that. That's a lie. That's an absolute lie. Who said? Somebody said I just admitted that I run into 90%. That's a complete lie. That's a complete and utter lie. That's a complete and utter lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. And if you see somebody with their pants sagging and they're just mumbling their words, that's not a sign of ignorance. That's a sign of what's popular and what's trending and what they're doing in the culture. Okay. Do we have the only music out that talks negative and just talks about unaliving each other and effing up our communities and killing police? Probably. I haven't listened to all the music, but I will say black culture, we have that music that puts that out there. So with white people being the biggest fans of hip hop, the biggest fans, because there's more of you in the country anyway, but they're the biggest fans of hip hop. When they see a black person, they actually believe that it's true. No, it's not true. When I see somebody sagging, me and my wife, we were walking through, we were at Hershey Park. We met with a whole bunch of family. We're at Hershey Park, and there was like 4 or 5 youngins walking around, looking like they was tough, trying to find something to get into. Their daggone pants sagging off their ass. And my wife looked at them and said, y'all need to pick up y'all daggone pants on. Y'all need to pull your pants up. And I look at my wife and I'm like, don't you get me in no sugar honey iced tea. Like, that, relax. But my wife knows that these are nothing but young people who are trying to do what everybody else do. It's not that they're dangerous. Are they ignorant? Hell yeah, they're ignorant. Are their parents ridiculous for allowing them to walk around like that? Yes, they are. Because we don't allow our children to walk around like that at all. Not to say my sons did not walk around like that. Well, JoJo, not Junior. Junior never walked around with his pants hanging off his ass. JoJo more likely was, because he was super cool and popular and all that other stuff. And sometimes you got to act like, I don't care. I don't care if I get in trouble. I don't care if you see my underwear. I don't care if I'm sagging. I don't care if I'm slurring my words. I don't care. I got to act like I don't care. Because that's what you got. That's like a defense mechanism sometimes. At some point, we need to be the adult and we need to consider all things surrounding this situation right here. But everything I said, I stand on it. I stand on it. Him saying, I'm not racist just because I have a difference of... No, nigga, you are racist, Nick Fuentes. You are racist. And you're not describing black people, you're describing niggas. Okay, let's continue. And I see all the super chats coming up, and I'm gonna address those in a minute, guys.
Racist. It's like, no, I just hate inconsiderate behavior.
So do I.
If black people were super well behaved, we would be racist in the other direction. We'd say black people, oh yes, dude, yes. My day is about to turn around for the better. What can I help you with, sir? Please come right on in. Man, what a relief to see you here. You're a sight for sore eyes.
People say that to me all the time. People say that to me all the time. All the time. When I come up into an establishment that I've purchased items from or I frequented before, if it's white staff in there, love me. If it's international staff in there, love me. Black staff, love me. Because I treat people the way that I believe they want to be treated. I used to treat people how I want to be treated, but then I realized that everybody else is not me. Shocker. So something I like to do is I find out how you want to be treated and I treat you that way. That's called being considerate. So yeah, we, like most black people I come across, I don't have my guards up. I don't feel like I'm about to get into a fight. None of that. And most of them are respectful. I go to the young stores all the time to purchase my gear. Like the type of stuff I wear. Look, I'm 47 years old. Look at this shirt I got on. This is the LL Cool J shirt. Most people don't know LL. The youngins don't know LL. But the way I dress my style of dress. I'm still a little hood myself. I'm a lot of hood, actually. I'm just an educated hood. And not college educated, but life educated. You know what I mean? Career and experience educated, those type of things. But all right, let's continue. I mean, he cooking with grease.
You're a sight for sore eyes. If black people are known for being the best, then we would be racist in the other direction. Oh, finally. So yeah, that really bothers me. It just bothers me in this damn ass city, because that's all it is in Chicago, is just these black people who can never take accountability. It's always somebody else's fault.
All right, so let's talk about it. Black people who cannot take accountability is always somebody else's fault. You was cooking. Nick Fuentes was cooking. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that in the comments, man. What do y'all think about this whole thing? And make sure y'all hit that like button, please. I want there to be more likes than there are. And I know I'm causing up, I'm stirring up something, because I see all these super chats and I don't think they're all pleasant. I don't think they're all pleasant at all. All right. Nick Fuentes, I called him racist because I absolutely think that he is racist. And okay, so what? So what? Stop being so damn gay. Okay, for everybody that's under the sound of my voice right now, I got one thing to say to you before you leave. Before you get all butthurt and offended by what I say, I want you to hear this part right here. Stop being so damn gay. Grow the hell up. And by gay, I don't mean same sex anything. I mean so damn sensitive, so butthurt. Like literally the term butthurt. Like, come on now. A lot of y'all understand already that there's many nuances to consider, right? Black people, stop being so damn butthurt about how white people look at you. Look at our culture, man. Look at what we built. Look at what we support. Think about it. All of our artists that we support, even if they're not talking about killing and robbing and stealing and selling drugs, look at how our women are being represented, man. Look at what we curate out here in the world. Like, they see this, they know this. Look at all of the different videos all over the internet of amusement parks, people going to ride rides and eat cotton candy and corn dogs. And next thing you know, there's a whole bunch of niggas fighting, running, shooting each other. What's the point? It's always happening. So I understand why he feels this way. But as a black, I have to give you my experience. Now, you can choose to accept it or not. That's completely up to you. I'm not here to sell it to you. Oh, please don't believe Nick. He's not telling the whole truth. I promise you. There's some amazing blacks that I know. Amazing. Chef's kiss. I don't give a damn about selling good blacks to you all. I'm not a slaver. Like, what's her name on Sonny Halston's Family? I don't give a damn about selling good black behavior to you guys, because you see what you see and you make up your mind based off of that. But I will tell you this, that's your algorithm. Your algorithm is used to receiving those videos. So you get sent a lot of them. And that's why people try to balance the scales by sending you white fights and white people doing ignorant stuff and police doing stuff and white, like, it's pointless. It's not a battle of whose people are the worst. It's the dumbest sugar honey iced tea ever. All right. All I want to do is give you my experience. And my experience is this. Sometimes I run into bad people. And a lot of times those bad people just so happen to be people that look like me. Why is that, Dovan? I'm going to answer that. The reason why is because I live in the DMV. mostly black people here. Where I hang out is mostly black people. You know what I mean? Where I eat, mostly black people. You know, everything we do is around mostly black people. All of my friends are mostly black. I'm talking about real life people that's been over to my house, that know my family, that's hugged my wife and shook my son's hands and hugged my daughters. Black people. And it's not from a choice that I made. It's from where we live. It's where we are. That's it. So the experiences, good and bad, will all be black. Now, Nick Fuentes cannot say that. All of Nick Fuentes, or most of his relationships, are white. And the things that he hear about, see on the news, and all those things are black situations. And he's going off of that. But the reason why I say that he is racist is because a lot of the things that I heard about him. And when I went to go find the video, just to do it, just to check it out with you guys, I put in Nick Fuentes, black people. Do you know how many videos came up on X of Nick Fuentes talking sugar honey iced tea about black people dating back years? So, hey, I don't give a damn if he talk about that stuff. That's him. And his audience approves of it and they appreciate it. So if he's appeasing his audience, who am I to tell him what type of content creator to be? He's an influencer. He found a hot spot. He see that he's not the only white person that's upset and up at arms against black people, that the ignorant ones, the negative ones. I will say this though. This type of communication, if it's lacking any context, could be extremely dangerous. It could lend itself to a race war. Because most people don't care to go out and find balanced information, objective information. That's not the case at all. Most people just want to be entertained. Most people want to be proven right by the information that they're checking out. So there you have that. Nick Fuentes, he was cooking, but for him to say that he's not racist, I call bull, sugar, honey, iced tea. Main reason he trending ATM at the moment is he called out Tucker for lying about being in the CIA, and he was spinning his gears with Candace. Okay, thank you, Andrew. Appreciate it, brother. I remember Tucker Carlson lying about his father not being, well, not necessarily misremembering, and I don't know why he will misremember anything like that or misspeak about his father not being tied to the CIA or him not knowing anything about that until recently. But that's on him, and I don't care about it. But yeah, so that's the reason why he's trending? All right. Thank you for the super chat, by the way. Wheezy, good morning, Wheezy. All right, good morning, y'all, from the low country of South Carolina. Today, I thanked God for my AC being fixed after it was struck by lightning last Friday. Whoa. Also, thank God and pray for each of you daily. Thank you so much for praying for me. I appreciate it. I'm thankful that your AC is back on point, and I'm glad nobody got hurt when your AC got struck. Van about to get canceled. Oh, Lord. Hey, Mark, let me put you in on something, brother. I'm gonna put you up on game right quick. I've been canceled like a year ago. That's why my views are so damn low. That's why YouTube don't show me to anybody. That's why I have 1.16 million subscribers and only 400 people on the live stream. That's why. So when I say things, I don't really try to appease the audience. I really don't. And I do that knowing that there will be some consequences and some repercussions. And it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. I want to be able to look my children in the eyes and feel good about myself. Like, I can fake it and I can not say what's on my mind, but that's just not me. It never was me, never will be me. You know what I mean? But this is my career right here. This is what I do full time. And sometimes I do need to shut my mouth so that the ducats can keep on coming in, but it just is what it is, man. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. Mark, We're all Americans at the end of the day. Some good, some not. God bless you always. You're absolutely right, Mark. I agree with that, brother. Tijuana border jumper. I say he's totally wrong. One-on-one, usually no issue with an encounter. A group of any males give you pause. Come to Mexico, where it's considerably brown. His argument falls apart. 1000%. If you're in a neighborhood or an environment of people who all think the same way and will do something to you, go to the wrong part of an Asian community, go to the wrong part of a Hispanic community, wrong part of a white community, wrong part of a black community, and you will get the wrong sides of those people. You won't get the good parts. Like, don't expect to go to the wrong parts of any side of town and get the good parts. It's not going to work. The thing that falls apart with that argument, though, is when you have all of these events where people are just celebrating. It's supposed to be spring break in Miami. Everybody's coming down there so that they can show off their cars, show off their bodies, hook up with beautiful or handsome people, and just have a good time and live their youthful life. But then there's always a bunch of nigglets or wiglets, usually niggas, who pull up and just destroy it for everybody. Just start shooting, being disrespectful, violating women when they see that they're with men already. They still walk around and touch them, walk around and looking at them all hard, knowing that they're standing right there with their man, or they're just disrespectful, and something ignorant always pops off. So unfortunately, you know what I mean? It sucks, man. Not everybody are good people. But you're right, though. You go into any part where the worst people are, you're going to get the worst bit of their behavior, no matter what they look like, no matter what race they are. Nick lives in Chicago, so he sees a lot of black people and hung around a lot with Kanye. He isn't hateful. I watch him all the time. He mostly talks politics and society issues all Americans deal with. He is a hateful individual because he knows exactly what this rhetoric does to his audience, and he does it more. He amps it up a bit. Oh, you didn't like that? Well, hold my beer. So I understand that. Yeah, he hangs around black people. What does that mean? He hangs around black people, and then he hangs around black people for research. That's why he hangs around black people. And you want to talk about somebody else? Kanye, too, is another ignorant one. Kanye is ignorant as hell. He knows that there was millions of people who died by the hands of Hitler, and this nigga makes up a song called Hail Hitler. Heil Hitler. What? It's dumb. So this argument right here, and thank you so much for the super chat. Ding. I appreciate you, and thank you for the point of view. I appreciate that as well. But I don't agree with it 1000%. I do look at him as another human being who has issues and with a certain group of people, and he's bold enough to communicate it. And being that he's bold enough to communicate it, you have people who will listen to him objectively, especially a black person, and be able to give you an honest opinion of him. And as a black person listening to him, this dude is definitely racist. He's definitely racist. Would I hang out with him or Kanye first? The answer would be neither, because they're both hateful individuals. Period. I agree with your description of niggas versus black people, but we would have lost our minds if Nick made that distinction. Honestly, I wouldn't have. I would have understood it. Black people probably would have, but black people are disingenuous when it comes to that. We don't want anybody else communicating about something that's sensitive to us. We don't want anybody else that don't look like us to be honest about us. We want to be the only ones to be honest about us. But we refuse to be honest about us, except in private, except in our own homes. That's it. That's it. So if he would have said that, I would have agreed. I promise you I would have agreed. Like if he was said black people, most black people that I've met and been around, like Victory just now said, she said he hangs around black people all the time. If black people are so bad, why do he hang around black people all the time? Because what he's saying is a lie. It's a lie. It's the niggas that are the ones that always want to ruin it for everybody. So yeah, if he had said that, honestly, I would have been with him. Thank you, Jack Frost. Appreciate you, brother. Cowpoke Ranch says most of the people who complain about blacks don't even know any in real life. Let's be real here. They only know blacks through the media, which only focuses on the bottom 15%, and that's on purpose. You may be on to something, brother, but Victory in You just now said that he has many black friends that he hang out with often. So yeah, that part. Thank you so much for the super chat, man. I really appreciate your point of view. All right, we are off of Nick Fuentes, and we are on to something else that's going to have you guys pissed off at a brother. If we about to post something else that's going to have y'all pissed off at me, man, because that's just is what it is. All right, so apparently there was a shooting at Fort Stewart. This just now came on yesterday. I want y'all to check it out. Y'all let me know whatever y'all want me to know in the comments. But I thought this video right here was absolutely hilarious because this brother he thought that he knew, but he didn't know. Check this out.
John, that
it's in the news.
Soldier just a short time ago. We're learning this is an Army sergeant who is suspected.
And I bet you he white.
Shooter in this case. Tell us a little bit about what you're learning.
Well, we're learning he is a member of the military, member of the Army, a sergeant, and he comes from Jacksonville, Florida.
Oh, yeah.
He may be assigned to that
He
base,
white.
but as Josh Campbell was pointing out before, you know, there's
he
a couple
white.
of ways to examine something like this when it's fluid. Is it
how much you want to bet?
Threat? Was it
how much you want to bet?
It was an outsider threat. How did they get on the base? How did they get through layers of security? How did they bring a weapon?
Because he was white.
Those things peel away.
Y'all let white people get away with everything.
Likely
y'all learning though. Y'all learning that we not the threat.
Who are the victims?
Y'all are.
Case. That's not certain, but it's just as likely.
Y'all the real killers.
Intended targets because
you hear me?
A limited number of
talking about don't make this a race thing. It's been a race thing. It's been a race thing since it's been a race thing. I don't know when it started, but it's always been a race thing.
Issue behind this. What is the motive? This is an individual.
Yeah. So Cuz was wrong as hell when he heard about that shooting. He cut on his camera and he reported it that it was a white guy, definitely, because they the killers. They the real killers. Sorry, sir, but we the ones that kill each other in our communities. I don't know one person, not one person, who can tell me, not one person in the black community who can tell me a white person that killed somebody in their family. But I bet you, let's flip that. Gotta flip that pancake. Can't just cook one side. You gotta flip that pancake. I bet you they can tell me one person in their family who was killed by or killed someone that looked like them. And then when somebody get on the daggone song and start bragging about it, we be like this, hey, hey, hey. I done killed 1 million, and I'm killing 1 million more. I done killed 1 million, and I'm kill 1 million more. Hey, hey, said I done killed 1 million, and I kill 1 million more. I done killed 1 million, and I'm gonna kill you 1 million more. Hey, we would be in the club jamming to that joint. That joint would go platinum in a day. Because that's how we move, man. Okay, here we go.
This morning, shortly before 11 o'clock, an active duty soldier assigned to Fort Stewart, Georgia, shot and wounded 5 of his fellow soldiers here on Fort Stewart. Thankfully, all are in stable condition and all are expected to recover. The alleged shooter is in custody. We have reestablished security. I have lifted all lockdown measures on Fort Stewart, and there is currently no threat to the local community. I'd like to recognize and thank our Army law enforcement and medical personnel and our partners from local, state, and federal law enforcement and emergency services for their quick response and support. I would also like to thank the brave soldiers who immediately intervened and subdued the shooter. These soldiers, without a doubt, prevented further casualties. Our wounded soldiers were initially evacuated to Wynn Army Community Hospital right here on Fort Stewart. All arrived in stable condition, and 3 of the 5 required surgical intervention. 2 have been transported to Memorial Hospital in Savannah, Georgia for additional care. We have identified the alleged shooter as Sergeant Cornelius Radford, an automated logistics sergeant assigned to 2nd Brigade Combat Team. Sergeant Radford has not previously deployed to combat. Sergeant Radford has been interviewed by the Army Criminal Investigation Division and is currently in pretrial confinement, awaiting a charging decision by the Office of the Special Trial Counsel.
All right. So this is what the guy looks like right here. The guy's name is Cornelius Radford. He's 28 years old. He shot 5 soldiers. And apparently the word on the street is he was being bullied and facing a whole lot of racism in the military. And he just spazzed out. Yep. So no accountability whatsoever. All right. Not talking about this clown no more. Dude, I don't know what happened. I wasn't there. What I do know is that he shot 5 people who did not deserve to be shot. Unless they was trying to kill you, I don't get it. And I don't think they was trying to kill him. I say think. I don't think they was trying to kill him. So he shot 5 people. Thank God they are alive. And this dude is going to be handed, like he's going to receive time like someone who committed a murder. The time that he received, oh yeah. Oh yeah, buddy. Oh yeah. It's over for you, Slim. Cornelius with a Q. It's over for you. I don't even know why your mama spelt your name that way. All right. All right. So what else we got going on? Somebody said, hey, why'd you say that right there, man? Somebody said this right here. Is this true? Guys, is this true? Somebody said that Van wakes up like, how am I going to piss my people off today? Is this true? Wow, man. I don't think so, but Jesus. Jesus. Okay. All right. So who do we have? I'm glad to find you. I appreciate your views and discussion. I'm an old boomer, but I'm not that boomer. Much love to you, brother. And thank you so much, Mike. I appreciate you, man. Using per capita statistics is extremely dishonest. Forming the data to fit your worldview. No different than a trucker manipulating a logbook. I agree 1000%. But then we get on our platforms and we communicate as if it's law. Our sides are law. And I don't agree with that 1000. I don't agree with that at all, actually. I don't agree with that at all. Thank you so much, Cal Poke Ranch. I appreciate you. Courtney with the C says, I got to log off for today. We got evacuated last night from the leaf fire in Colorado, and we got to figure out a game plan for today. Love to all. Hopefully everything works out for you guys, Courtney, and thank you for everything that you do for me and for the channel. Thank you. Hopefully everything works out. All right. So apparently, gang, treason is also trending. Treason is trending. And here's why. Y'all check this out right here, man. And I want us to do something about this, but You know what I mean? I said something about Obama yesterday, and somebody told me to stop talking about Obama because I voted for Trump. Don't say Obama name. Okay. That's not how that works. I'm still going to say whatever the hell I want to say, but okay. Apparently that's how they go. If you black and you voted for Trump, you can no longer speak Obama's name. Check this out.
Trump will not be president. Highly critical, biased text messages between senior FBI officials Peter Strzok and Lisa Page.
There will be no question about the outcome of this election.
And she got ahead of herself. This utterly stunned this campaign.
Head home. You should get some sleep. We'll have more to say tomorrow.
Our constitutional democracy enshrines the peaceful transfer of power.
The peaceful transition of power is one of the hallmarks of our democracy. We want to do everything we can to help you succeed, because if you succeed, then the country succeeds.
These declassified documents that were just released.
Officials in the Obama administration were asking for the identities to be unmasked of Americans.
Unmasking of aides and staffers of the incoming president.
The basic charge, political spying.
To disrupt the peaceful transfer of power.
Unmasking of American citizens. It could be a real problem.
Why is it that the unmasking of Flynn somehow ended up in the pages of the Washington Post?
I know nothing about those moves to investigate Michael Flynn.
The vice president said that yesterday. And then the last name on this list is Joe Biden.
The Obama administration was bitter. They wanted to do everything they could to undermine the incoming Trump administration.
Really designed to sabotage and really upend the new administration.
An outgoing president and a vice president and a Washington Post columnist and the FBI setting up an incoming administration. Wow, that's a real conspiracy. And nobody wants to talk about it.
I want to talk about it. But unfortunately, though, I believe that this conversation puts me deeper in the hole. It puts me deeper in the hole. There's certain things we're not supposed to discuss as content creators. Unfortunately, there's not a list of those things we're not supposed to discuss. There's certain people we're not even supposed to mention. Unfortunately, though, there's not a list of those people we're not supposed to mention. We only know it once we mention their names, and then we see our numbers go drop to the basement of hell. There's people who don't want this information to be out there, period. It's just one of those things, man. It's just one of those things. And it's unfortunate, but it just is what it is. When I looked up, hold on one second, let me show you something right quick. When I looked up what was trending and I saw that treason was trending, it's not anymore. Where is it? Where is it? It's not anymore. It's gone. Treason is no longer trending. Get out of here. It was just trending this morning when I was taking my morning. When I was thinking this morning while dropping the Bears off at the Super Bowl, dropping the Browns off at the Super Bowl. You guys have answered the poll, and it says America is moving in the right direction. 70% of you said that. Losing ground and becoming worse. 19% of you said that. 7% of you said that America is gay and racist. And 4% of you said that America is exactly where it needs to be. So, yeah. Thank y'all so much for answering the poll. Hopefully you hit that like button before you answer the poll. So we have 450 votes right now. Hopefully we have 450 likes on the YouTube video, which I doubt because there's only 387 people watching on YouTube, 390 watching on YouTube, and 509 watching overall. As of late, I've been getting a lot of traction from X, which I appreciate because X is a dope platform in my opinion. Other than all of the snuff films that they share, I don't want to see all of that. Like, I don't like to see all the snuff films. Certain things I don't like to see. So they don't even show up in my algorithm. Like, They was putting them out there before. Guys, if you click it once, if you click a certain style of content once, more of it will fall in your lap. Okay? More of it will fall in your lap. That's how your algorithm is built. You do that. You've done it to yourself. If you're seeing nothing but women showing their butt, like all these juicy booties and titties all over your stream, if that's all you're seeing, it's because that's all you're clicking. All right? If you're a man, I'm gonna tell you something right now. If you go to your man, right, or your woman, either one, you go to your significant other and you check out their search page or their For You page, right, on X or Instagram, you're going to see a whole ton of what they're interested in. There's the style of content that they're interested in will be on their search page because that's what these platforms suggest more of. They suggest what you want already. They're in the business of sales. All right. They want to promote these content creators so that they can make money. They want to keep you on the platforms so that they can add ads to these videos and make money. So, I ain't shutting up, god dang it. Y'all need to stop daggone looking at all this booty and breasts on your daggone feed. And yes, I did. X has those type of snuff films. You said he's not an influencer. I think he's an influencer. I think Nick Fuentes is an influencer. He influences a lot of people to think just like him. That's all an influencer is. I mean, when you have a massive audience and you formulate an opinion and you communicate that to your audience, you are now an influencer to your audience because most people don't go out and do their own due diligence. Most people will believe you as long as it sounds good. As long as in my own little circle, my own little bubble, I can relate, then whatever you're saying is 1000% the truth. And I don't have to go do any research. I got a representative. I got somebody who understands me, who sees me, who's saying the exact same things that I'm thinking. So that's why I say he's an influencer. I still look at Candace Owens. Candace Owens is an influencer. And in my opinion, she has a bigger stage than Nick Fuentes, in my opinion. So, but who am I? The girl, them sugar. All right. But, all right, so check this out, man. Excuse me. If I pissed you off this morning, I did not mean so. That was not the point of me going on to my my little rant about race and everything that I'm familiar with. But hopefully you're clicking on my videos to get a different perspective. All right. I voted for Obama twice. Yesterday, I posted a video on Instagram and on X letting people know that I'm tired of people automatically assuming that I am at odds with Trump simply because I'm black. Like I voted Democrat because I'm black. And I let them know I voted for Trump. This one guy said, how in the world can you vote for a racist? I said, I voted for Biden. That person blocked me. Yeah. So I shouldn't have told the truth. You told me I shouldn't have voted for a racist, assuming that he was talking about Trump, but I already knew. I voted for Biden already. I did vote for Biden, actually. I was part of the reason why Biden was the president for the last 4 years. So feel free to fuss at me all you want. But at the end of the day, I have what's true to me based off of my own experiences. All right, and my own understanding of government and policy. Like, for instance, I still don't have a firm understanding of what gerrymandering is. I know that it's a big deal because everybody's talking about it. Apparently, You can stack the deck however you want per state. And I'm just now learning about this, but I don't know what gerrymandering is. That's why I never really communicate about the stories on my platform, because I want to be able to discuss something, intellectually. Like, I want to be able to have something to say, like have an opinion, formulate an opinion that makes some sense. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm just now understanding this right here. It came from a vice president many years ago. Redistricting. Okay, that didn't that didn't let me know. Hopefully redistricting was not you. Explain to me what gerrymandering is, because that doesn't tell me anything. All right. Trump is winning again. I want to discuss that with you guys. Trump is winning again. Apparently, he got Apple to do business with him and only him. Not him and only him, but America and only America when it comes to their future phones. They just now dedicated a whole poop ton of money to the United States. And I think this is dope. This is phenomenal. These are things that we did not see done by the Biden administration. Maybe because I trained my algorithm not to see anything that was going on in the Biden administration, because I ran away from MSNBC and CNN during that administration, because they was just trash and would never acknowledge when he needed to be corrected. But yeah, victory is 100% correct. Some dude named Jerry then effed it all up. Y'all are something else, man. All right, so check this out, man. I don't know if y'all seen this yet. More likely y'all have, because y'all algorithm is pro-Trump, so you might have.
Before we begin, I'd like to say a few words about the shooting at Fort Stewart in Georgia. As you know, 5 people were seriously wounded and 2 very, very seriously hurt around 11 o'clock this morning. The shooter is now in custody, and the Army Criminal Investigation Division is on site to ensure that the perpetrator of this atrocity, which is exactly what it is, will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. The entire nation is praying for the victims and their families, and hopefully they'll fully recover, and we can put this chapter behind, but we're not going to forget what happened. I'm going to
All right, so this wasn't the one that I was looking for. This wasn't the one I was looking for. It was this one right here. That was the president talking about what went on with the shooting.
To make 19 billion chips for Apple in 24 factories across 12 different states. Second, we're committed to buying American-made advanced rare earth magnets developed by MP Materials, which will become part of Apple's devices shipped around the world. MP is the only fully integrated rare earth producer in the United States, and with this partnership, they'll be significantly expanding their flagship facility in Fort Worth, Texas. We're also thrilled to work together on a cutting-edge rare earth recycling line in Mountain Pass, California. And third, in Kentucky, we've worked with our partners at Corning to build the world's largest and most advanced smartphone glass production line. And I'm pleased to announce that very soon, this is for the first time ever, every single new iPhone and every single new Apple Watch sold anywhere in the world will contain cover glass made in Kentucky. In addition to the American manufacturing program, we're also significantly growing our investments in AI, including expanding data center capacity in North Carolina, in Nevada, in Iowa, in Arizona, and Oregon. So we're going to keep making investments right here in America. We're going to keep hiring in America. And we're going to keep building technologies at the heart of our products right here in America. Because
hey, that's great news. That's great news for our country, man. That's phenomenal news. I like to see deals like this be made. And if these items are going to be built in Kentucky, specifically for Apple, That's a lot of jobs that's going to be opening up. So yeah, I think this is dope. I think this is dope. This dude has not been president for more than 8 months now. He hasn't been president for even a year, and he's done way more, far more than the last administration has done positively for the country. He is killing it. He is killing it. So yeah, shout out to Trump, man. He's doing some amazing things. He's also doing some things to piss people off. My brother, for instance, my brother has a company where he does business with people internationally, where he has to get some items internationally. And unfortunately, he can no longer get nearly as much items for the price that he was paying before because of the tariffs that are currently on that country that he's getting it from. And so the amount of money that he's making has gone down. The amount of materials that he's able to order have gone down. And I don't know how to positively spend that. Not that I want to spend it, because I don't work for the Trump administration, but where's the positivity for my brother in that? There is none yet. But I will say this. In order for the United States to have the power and independence that we want to have, these moves have to be made. They have to be made, most certainly have to be made. And they're forcing these other countries to stand on their own 2 feet. Like, if they can, he's giving them a decision to make. He's saying, yo, y'all been charging us money all these years with these tariffs y'all been sending our way. We've been taking care of you guys all of these years. It's your turn to pay your fair share. Either you're going to pay your bill or you can do it yourself. And if you want to do it yourself, you won't have our market. And you're going to lose a whole poop ton of money. So when I communicate with my brother and friends who are now dealing with the tariff side of it that affects businesses that still get products and material from other countries, I have to remind them of that part, because it was necessary. The same thing, the same way with the illegal immigration, with kicking people out. What's going on, Mo? I see you right there. I'm gonna be done with this in a second. Don't go anywhere. You got to see the whole picture. And if you choose to just say, man, things are going to sugar honey iced tea because my pocketbook has gotten smaller and I got to pay all this extra money and blah, 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 then you're definitely going to only see the negative. And it's not my job to get the negative out of your mind. It's just my job to give you another perspective. And you can choose to receive it or not. But I'm not in the business of selling you the perspective. I don't work for Trump's administration. My job is just to simply provide you some information that can help you see it another way. That's it. That's it. So that being said, I think Trump is doing a kick-ass job. He's pissing off a lot of people in the process. And the overcorrections were necessary in certain instances. And now we're here. Now we are here. There wouldn't have been millions of people to get up out of this country if it weren't for the last administration bringing in millions of people. Like, just blatantly. They gave a damn. They just said, we're just going to have a big old immigration party. And then when they arrive, we're going to have goodie bags and we're going to have gifts and we're going to have all this other stuff for them when they pull up. And when Trump became president, and they did not expect for Trump to ever become president again, because they are powerful and they think they can do everything, and they think they can shut him down and drain his bank account and lock him up and even unalive him. None of that stuff worked. We can ruin his reputation, and nobody would ever think of, like, not enough people would think of going into a voting booth and voting for him. They will have to write his name in. They even tried to kick his name off of the ballot in a couple of states. They tried doing whatever they possibly can to shut this dude up. Did it work? Absolutely not. That tells me that this right here is a sign from the Lord that we needed this overcorrection. It's happening. It's happening. And people in D.C., in the city I'm from, the nation's capital, people in D.C., If y'all continue to play the games you're playing, he will federalize Washington, D.C. You're going to say that it was a racial issue, but it's not. This dude is just looking at the numbers. Are we going to continue to commit all the crimes we're committing? Or are we going to get better? Do we want to be better or not? Because if we continue to tell the government, we continue to tell this administration to kiss our ass, then just like any parent, you're going to get spanked. You're going to be corrected. You're going to be in timeout. Young man, go in timeout. Go stand in the corner. We ain't have timeout, but we used to get put in the corner after we got our tails beat. We would be in the daggone corner just and then my daggone guardian used to say something to us that used to drive us crazy. Stop crying or I'm gonna give you something to cry for. We're only crying because you just now beat us with a switch. On our legs, our back, our arms. Feel like we in slavery. At any rate, thank y'all so much for pulling up, man. I really appreciate it. For everybody that has been reaching out to me about the VIP offer that I was talking about yesterday, listen, I'm going to let you know this right now. Being that I'm going to be editing for my VIPs, my future VIPs, I'm going to put a cap on that. So I need for you guys to hurry up and become a part of my VIP. This is just something that I'm testing out because I like to actually use my editors for that. But I want to be a little closer to my folk, especially with them investing so much. I want to do a little bit more because I haven't seen any other internet gurus or anyone else that's trying to show people how to do this thing, editing and creating content for their people at all. I haven't seen that. So that's something that I'm introducing to the marketplace. And I want you to take advantage of it. But you're going to have to hurry up because once those slots fill up, you're short. Okay? And it is a great situation, I promise you. And shout out to everybody that's been purchasing the course and joining our our Facebook group and everything. I look forward to working with you guys too. And yeah, I don't have anything else to say about it. All of my blues, all of my moderators, thank you so much for always being so helpful, always controlling the chat, making sure everybody's good. I appreciate it. Let me see. Victory in you, Mike Ladd, Cowpoke, Jack Frost, Tijuana Border Jumper, Mark, Intelligent Observer, Wheezy, Courtney, Andrew. Thank y'all so much for submitting super chats today. I appreciate it. You guys are dope. And I look forward to seeing y'all on the next live stream. See you next time. Love ya. Peace. And whoa. Let me cut this on right here so y'all can see this. Gotta see my ass. We have been helping people grow online. It has been absolutely amazing. We have helped many content creators get from zero to monetization in under 30 days. We even have a couple of these superstars who did it in 1 or 2 weeks. If you want to learn how to do YouTube, I don't care your age, I don't care what skills or talents you have. Trust me, I can help you do it effortlessly. Just reach out to me with the word coach and we can get it done. One more thing. We have a YouTube course that I just now created. I'm extremely proud of, and a lot of people are getting so much from. Purchase that course and work with us. You can join our private Facebook group and our daily group calls, which is 3 to 5 days per week, and you can learn so much more than you've ever learned before. I can't wait to hear from you. Love you. Peace.